Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love high-performance hatchbacks and the sweet spot where daily drivability meets track day thrills, then you're going to want to stick around for this one. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most celebrated hot hatches of the last decade, the 2016 Volkswagen Golf GTI Clubsport S. Now, the GTI has always had a reputation for being the practical performance car, the one you can drive to work Monday through Friday and still carve up back roads on the weekend. But the Clubsport S? That's a different animal. This is not just another GTI with some extra power. This is Volkswagen taking off the gloves and showing us just how far they can push the GTI platform when they really go all in. And in this case, they went all in, stripping it down, beefing it up, and setting a Nürburgring front-wheel drive lap record to prove their point. Today, we're reviewing the 2016 GTI Clubsport S in its stunning tornado red color. We'll cover every angle. Exterior design, interior details, the raw performance, and how it stacks up in the pricing market nearly a decade after its release. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's get into it. Exterior. Let's start with what you first notice, the looks. The 2016 Golf GTI Clubsport S isn't screaming for attention with wild wings or absurd body kits. But it's got that confident, serious presence that tells you it means business. Finished in tornado red, a color that absolutely pops in natural light, this car blends aggression with sophistication. Up front, you've got a sharper bumper design than the standard GTI, with larger air intakes and a blacked-out lower splitter that gives it a planted look. The red pinstripe across the grille is still present, but it extends into the headlamps, a signature GTI design cue that adds continuity across the front fascia. Moving to the side, the car sits 15 mm lower than the standard GTI thanks to a specially tuned suspension. You'll also notice the 19-inch Pretoria forged alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. Yes, that's track rubber, right out of the box. Behind those wheels are uprated brakes with red calipers that contrast beautifully with the red body. At the rear, things get a bit more aggressive. The Clubsport S has a more prominent two-stage roof spoiler that generates actual downforce. This isn't just for looks. There's also a revised rear diffuser and larger dual exhaust pipes, hinting at the improved engine performance lurking within. What makes the Clubsport S so visually appealing is that it never feels overdone. It walks that fine line between looking like a special edition and still keeping the classic, clean lines that define the Golf family. This isn't a boy racer's hot hatch, it's a serious machine that looks as focused as it drives. Now let's step inside, and this is where the Clubsport S really separates itself from your everyday GTI. In pursuit of performance, Volkswagen took a rather radical step. They deleted the rear seats. That's right. This is a two-seater hatchback. The idea was simple: shed as much weight as possible while still retaining enough comfort and usability for the street. And they pulled it off with precision. When you sit in the Clubsport S, the first thing you'll notice is the set of Alcantara-wrapped bucket seats with red stitching and GTI logos. These aren't full racing buckets, so they're still comfortable for long drives, but they do offer more side bolstering than the standard GTI seats. The red stitching extends to the flat-bottomed steering wheel, which is also wrapped in Alcantara, a detail that gives you a tactile connection with the car every time you grab the wheel. The rest of the interior is fairly minimal, but not in a bad way. You get a manual shifter with a short throw, aluminum pedals, and a straightforward center console. No fancy screens or touch-sensitive nonsense, just physical buttons, a proper handbrake, and analog dials. It's a driver-focused cabin, plain and simple. There's no infotainment overload here. The Clubsport S comes with a basic touchscreen, navigation, and Bluetooth, just enough tech to be usable without taking your attention off the driving. Climate control is manual, and again, that's by design. This isn't about luxury. It's about shaving grams, focusing attention, and maximizing the driving experience. There's no sound deadening in the rear, no spare tire, and as mentioned, no rear seats. Instead, you get a strut brace in the cargo area, which not only adds rigidity but also reminds you that this is no ordinary GTI. Everything here has a purpose, and it all contributes to making the Clubsport S the most hardcore Golf GTI ever built. Performance. Alright, here's where the Clubsport S earns its reputation, and possibly its legend status. Under the hood, it features the same 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine found in the standard GTI, but tuned to 306 horsepower and 280 lb-ft of torque. That's a big jump from the standard GTI's 220 horsepower, and it makes a world of difference. This engine is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission only, no DSG, no automatic, no paddles. Just you, the clutch, and a short throw stick shift. The purists out there will love this. And yes, this is a front-wheel drive car, but thanks to Volkswagen's clever engineering, it handles like a dream. There's no mechanical limited slip diff either. Instead, VW uses the VAQ electronically controlled front differential lock, which uses the brakes to mimic the behavior of a real LSD. Combine that with the sticky Michelin Cup 2 tires, and this car grips far better than any FWD car has a right to. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in just 5.8 seconds. Not supercar quick, but fast enough to be thrilling. And it's not about straight-line speed here, it's about handling, feel, and confidence. The chassis is sublime. Steering is precise, feedback is better than any GTI before it, and body roll is virtually non-existent thanks to the stiffer suspension and lightweight setup. And then there's the Nürburgring time, 7 minutes, 49.21 seconds. That made the Clubsport S the fastest front-wheel drive production car on the ring at the time. That's faster than some rear-wheel drive sports cars. It's a staggering achievement when you consider the platform. Remember, this is still a front-drive hatchback with a transverse engine layout. But the suspension tuning, steering calibration, and overall balance make it feel like a genuine performance car from the moment you take the first corner. The exhaust note is also worth mentioning. It's louder than a normal GTI, with a raspy, urgent tone that crackles on overrun and adds drama to every gear change. It's not obnoxious, but it's engaging, and it gives the car a more visceral character. Combined with the reduced cabin insulation, you hear more engine, more tire roar, and more of the road, and in this case, that's a good thing. Pricing. Now, let's talk numbers. When the Clubsport S launched in 2016, it was a limited edition model. Only 400 units were produced worldwide, and just 100 made it to the UK market. In Germany and other select European countries, they were snapped up quickly. The starting price was around €39,000 in Europe, pretty steep for a Golf, even a hot one. But here's the thing, the Clubsport S was never about value. It was about focus, exclusivity, and driving purity. As a result, its resale value has held up remarkably well. Fast forward to today, and these cars are trading hands for well over their original MSRP, especially low-mileage examples in good condition. In the UK, prices in 2025 range from £35,000 to £45,000 depending on condition and mileage. In Europe, you might see some going for €45,000 to €55,000, especially in Tornado Red, arguably the most desirable color. In the collector car world, the Clubsport S is still considered a hidden gem. It doesn't quite have the classic status of a Mk2 GTI, but for modern hot hatch enthusiasts, this is one of the most focused and rewarding FWD cars ever built. And with only 400 units ever made, it's unlikely to go down in value anytime soon. But if you're lucky enough to drive one, or better yet, own one, you're not just buying a piece of Volkswagen history. You're getting a car that blends German precision with true motorsport DNA, and that's something rare in any segment. Outro. So, to wrap it all up, the 2016 Volkswagen Golf GTI Clubsport S is a masterclass in focus. It's what happens when a manufacturer takes an already great platform and decides to dial everything to 11, engine, handling, weight savings, and exclusivity. It's not just a faster GTI, It's a love letter to enthusiasts, a machine built by people who care about driving as much as you do. Sure, it's not the most practical Golf, and it certainly isn't the cheapest. But it might just be the most special. In a world full of increasingly digital, numb, and bloated cars, the Clubsport S is a reminder of what really matters: connection, response, and purity. It's a car that deserves to be driven hard, appreciated deeply, and remembered fondly. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the GTI Clubsport S, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more long-form car reviews, and drop a comment below. Would you daily one of these? Or would you keep it as a weekend toy? Let's talk. Until next time, drive safe, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.